Welcome to my office.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad to be here.
It's great. My name is Nathan Strauss. What is your name?
My name is Harriet.
How are you today?
I think I'm good today.
That's great. How is the your day going so far?
So far, it's very good. I've had plenty of energy today, and that's a good thing, especially because it's very tiring by the end of the work week. I guess everybody has those problems when they work hard.
Yeah, that week-long drag.
Yes, yes.
It's very hard
So
to
it's
do.
been very nice because today is Saturday and we're interviewing on Saturday, which is a much better day to interview than a work day. So I thank you very much for that.
Okay. Well, today was a work day for me, but
Yes, but not for me. So
Right.
therefore, I have lots of energy.
oh, that's great. That's wonderful. So a lot of energy to talk about all the things that we need to talk about.
Well, okay.
But how have you been feeling in general? Like, so you've been tired a little bit?
Yes, I think that I would like to find out how I can be less tired if I improve my diet.
Okay, well that's important. We'll jot that down. But what you're looking for is less fatigue. But yeah, let's talk about more about what you've been difficulties you've been having. Like you have a lot of energy today, but today's a day off. So most of your week you're usually pretty tired. So
Yes.
what's your day look like?
Well, I get up very early in the morning.
Okay.
And I do exercise in the morning by taking the dog for a walk. So I get things moving. And then through the day, it depends on the day. So I could be being very active, and that seems to help my energy level. But if I'm sitting, creating something on the computer, of course I feel less energetic. And the day is very long, so it's really wonderful if I can actually work like only 8.5 hours and then go to the gym and work out. That doesn't always happen.
Mm-hmm. So you wish you had more time. But then
Yes, I
again-
wish the day was like, I don't know, 28 hours, 30 hours. That would be really wonderful if each day was a little longer and we could fit more things into the day.
Okay, but then, okay, yeah, right. Well, it might be a little tiring eventually too, I guess. Or then you'd be like, oh, I wish the day was like 40 hours, and it just keeps
Yes,
going
yes.
long in there.
It's much easier to work 8 hours than it is 12 hours.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. Well, that's really that's good that you're being proactive about trying to
Get more
healthier.
energy
Yeah,
and get
more
healthier.
energy, and then since we can't physically add time to the day, it'll be better.
Well,
if we try
darn,
to
I
make
was
more
thinking you
time,
might
quality
be able to
over
figure
quantity.
that out.
Quality time over quantity of time.
Okay.
That's my goal. And that brings us to our first session. So welcome to our first session. It's really
Okay.
great to have you in, and hope you feel comfortable and safe here, and feel like you can tell me what you need, and don't hold back on anything, because more information I get, the better I'll be able to assist
Oh.
in all
Okay.
of your nutritional aspects. Because nutrition, in my mind, is not just what you eat, it's more of a lifestyle. It's like how you sleep, and how you work, and how you feel, and how you approach things, and whether things are stressors, or how you handle things in life. And it's just more like everything you take in from all five senses, not just the one.
Oh.
Mm. Yeah.
That's a very holistic approach, isn't
Yes, yes. So that's sort of what I am. I'm a functional nutritionist. So I'm more of a holistic practitioner, and I like to think that nutrition is bigger than just the stuff we put in our face hole. It's more
Yes.
about. It's less about a big part of nutrition is what you eat, but the whole thing that is nutrition is more than just what's on your plate. It's what you're seeing, what you're hearing, what you're, you know, how you're exercising, how you're sleeping, just like the emotions you're feeling, the stress you're having, and all these things play. Like how much sun you're getting isn't something you would think about as a form of food, but actually relates to certain
Vitamin
vitamins.
D,
Yeah,
yes.
vitamin D is a big one.
Well, they say you are what you eat.
That too. That is very true. So I mean, what you're putting, you basically what you put into you is the building blocks of who you are. Not just the physical, what you put in your stomach, but also like what you're seeing, what you like, all that becomes you, builds you, changes you.
Well, that's an
So that's the
interesting
whole
way to look at it.
concept of what I'm doing as a functional nutritionist, is that my philosophy is not so much dealing with disease, but great. Not so much dealing with diseases or treatments of them or symptoms of them. Symptoms are a great indicator of nutritional deficiencies, but not so much what I would be focusing on. I'm not a doctor. I'm not involved in treating illness. I'm more idea of approaching how you are and cleaning you up and rebuilding you using nutrition. And so we use this assessment tool, the one that you took, because each of these questions on here deals with a specific system of your body. So we see what you say with these yes or no questions may have seemed arbitrary, but really what they are is an assessment tool to kind of get a basic idea of where I can start with working with you. So let's talk about your goals. Like, so your goals are weight loss and being healthier. So
Eating healthy.
Eating
I like
healthier.
to eat healthier.
So yeah, let's start with that one. Like, so what does that mean for you? What does eating healthy mean?
I think it means choosing or making better choices with food. I mean, I've already reduced my sugar intake, reduced my red meat and most meat intake, and really tend to just eat vegetable-based and fruit-based food. But I think that I could be better because I still don't feel like I'm at my healthiest. And I would really like to understand more about eating so I could be at my healthiest.
Well, yeah, that's a great goal. And the thing about nutrition is it's not a one-stop, it's not a one-step process. It is something over time. So we slowly, gradually get you healthier. It's not about taking a pill, or something magical that makes you automatically healthy. It's about what you do every day. It's not about never eating a piece of cake. It's about not eating a piece of cake every day. It's like what you do 6 days a week is important. What you do on that 7th day is important, but it's less important than what you're doing every day. And that's the whole idea
That's
of
good philosophy.
shaping your nutrition. Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about your second goal, which was weight loss. So what does that mean to you?
So to me, I seem like I'm a little overweight. I was 132 pounds at my last checkup with my primary care. And I really think that I would be healthier if I would weigh about 122.
Okay.
It's more, I would really like that to be more of my baseline than 130.
Okay. So you want to be 10 pounds less.
Yes.
But the funny thing about that is that muscle weight is actually more than fat weight. So by losing fat but gaining muscle, you might not see that weight loss on the scale, but you'd see it in the mirror.
Yes.
So I think picking a weight goal isn't as advantageous as picking more of like a healthier, back to your eating healthier. You'll get that weight loss,
Mm.
in the sense that it will be a loss of like visceral fat, like it'll be
Yes.
less
That would be good.
fat on you, but maybe more muscular on you, and overall you'll be slimmer, but you may not necessarily see that 10 points on the scale, but you will see a
Okay.
weight loss kind of thing. That's
Well, I
more-
could live with that.
Okay.
I just understand that it's not a good thing to have fat around your organs, because that can create syndromes and things that are disease syndromes that can reduce your overall health. So that sounds like a good idea.
Okay. Well, you do want some fat around your organs to cushion them, but we don't want
Okay.
so much. And this was it's excess is what I think we're striving for, to not have excess fat, like
Okay.
fat in places that it doesn't need to be there necessarily.
Okay.
Okay. And so how this is going to work is I'm going to look at this assessment tool, and I'm going to look over it and come up with what I see as the issues that need to be focused on, and also that
Okay.
combine that and use that with your goals to kind of set the course of where our nutrition process is going to be, and what sort of interventions we're going to use to get you towards those goals. And that's
Mhm.
basically the process. The framework is we do these consults as sort of steps in that monitoring how you're doing with the intervention changes. So it's going to be, this is our first initial session, and then I'll meet with you again much later after you've tried to implement, and then we'll see what works, what doesn't work, or what is working, what isn't working, and maybe we'll change things up. And that's how it's sort of like a plug and play, I guess, type
Yeah.
of.
Because I would really like to add more fluid into my diet, but it's really hard to drink so much water.
Right.
It takes time to drink all that water. So if I had more foods that could contribute to my fluid intake, that would
Yeah.
be very helpful.
More water-filled foods.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I'm not sure I know what those foods are, so that'd be
Well, a
good.
lot of it is raw foods. Like cooking removes a lot of water from food, so the less foods that you have that are cooked, the more water will be already in your food.
Oh.
But that being said, you can have cooked foods with higher water content as well. So it's like just trying to get into your diet foods that don't suck the water out of you, and more that put foods that put the water into you, and then supplement that with maybe also increasing your fluid intake, or doing things with food like smoothies or juice. Well, I don't want to get
Yeah, I
into
like
interventions,
yes.
but like those types of things, like foods that hydrate you instead of dehydrate you. Yeah, I just think what you're going for.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds like an improvement.
Okay, so what's our next step is we're going to get to the exploration stage where we start really looking at interventions and things we want to do for your issues that you want to deal with.
Oh,
But the next part we're going to do is the physical exam. So that's what comes next, and then we'll meet back